The first time I met someone at the airport, I really didn't know what to expect. It was like going to be late at night, and I knew I wouldn't. How much English would they know? How would they know that I was the person that was supposed to help them? And so I remember feeling a lot of just like bubbly inside. And then I was thinking, this person that I'm meeting, what sort of things must they be thinking?
In the next 6 months, we went through the resettlement program, in which we were offered food stamps, free rent, bus passes based on months, and someone to help my family and I with our legal issues. This was valid for the next 6 months or until my parents worked, and then the services we got will be slowly taken away.
Right now, at the program I'm in, we offer counseling. We have group therapy and individual therapy. We provide extra case management, so after they're through the resettlement process, there can be so many things that are still left undone because resettlement is so short. So we can support that. There's a lot of legal services that sometimes people need with green card applications or family reunification, so we can help them find where to go. And also medical support. A lot of people have ongoing medical needs, and even though they get oriented to how to use the system at the beginning, there's so much that they're learning, it gets overwhelming. And so things will come up and they'll need extra support, and we can help with that.
Well, especially living in Michigan, I have many friends, many families that I've been with in Africa, and every weekend or someday we meet together from some kind of event, festival, and we bring our cultures and our foods, and everything that we did in Africa we bring back.
I know of immigrants who have been here for maybe even they are U.S. citizens now, and then they meet someone from their country who's new and maybe without food or little food, and will go and spend all their resources for food on this new person. I know of that happening, or being willing to take someone somewhere, drive them to their appointments, watch each other's kids, all the stuff that's what community is.
I don't have many family members here.
Because there's barely any family we have here, because it's just a long distance and you can't come to another country when you're foreign, and it's difficult to come when you're in a condition like this.
Many refugees and immigrants like my family and I continue to celebrate their ethnicity in America by coming together and celebrating. However, there are refugees who were not so lucky to get all of their family members to come here. Mothers, fathers, siblings, and children all anxious to get their family to be able to come to America too. I myself have a mother and brother who are waiting to come to the United States. So it isn't only about banning refugees and so on. It is also about the people in the United States who were waiting for a long time to be able to see their families.
So I think it's a little bit hard to consider myself more American or more Latino. Home, it's only Spanish. It's only Hispanic food, But outside of home, in my own house, it's like a lot of just English and just any other like fast food or something,
Because even though I'm born in a country where I'm given all these types of things, I'm still part of the culture, and my ethnicity is a big part of me.
The United States to these refugees and immigrants is like a dream come true. They are diving into the community, going into college, pursuing higher education, becoming professionals, and opening businesses such as restaurants and grocery shops.
I want to finish my college and or university, and I want to become an engineer and a politician. And if I did become those things which I hope that I can be, I want to move out. I want to go to Europe, Asia, Africa to to change or to make the world kind of better place.
A job to help my family, to help those around me, and to spread the message that of racial discrimination and how it shouldn't be toyed around with.
Especially because I'm black, I think now people can come at you and tell you, hey, you're black, but the way they see you, that doesn't mean that all people hate you because you're just who you are. But there's so many people see you in a good way and judge you in a good way, but there's also other people who look you as some kind of, I don't know, they just want to make a history.
There are refugees who came who spoke no English, did not live in a proper housing, and experienced total culture shock when they came here. African refugees who came here were treated different because they were black. Muslim refugees were treated different based on their religion. And Mexican immigrants who lived in America for so long but were denied the title of American. With all of these struggles of adjusting to a foreign country, they are also troubled with the feeling of fitting in.
Yeah, so when I was 4 years old, I spoke Spanish and English at school, but Spanish was something that my parents would teach me all the time, and it's like my number one language at home. And every time I would try to communicate with someone, it was difficult because I wouldn't know what something would mean, and people would just make fun of me for that.
People don't come to you and they say, hey, you this is your history, but they just, the way they treat you, the way they see you, the way they talk to you, you can see what they're trying to say, even they're not saying words, but the things they do to you, you can tell. And I think first time that it happened to me was the time that I even probably speak good English. Now I don't, but now I can understand every person and now what they say. The most time that I feel, discrimination was the time that I didn't really speak English, because even people come say good things to me and I feel like, well, man, I probably don't understand them, but they may say good stuff or bad stuff. I was in part of confusion, but I'm glad that I'm not.
I took you on a journey of how I came to the United States. My journey, of course, does not amount to the journey of those who came from Syria or from Africa. But mine is simply a journey of an immigrant. There are refugees whose stories amaze you by how strong they are. There are immigrants hoping for another life, and there are the ones who are born with immigrant parents. All are the same, they all try to fit in and they all try to become something. It is about time that someone recognizes that among these many immigrants, there are amazingly strong people.
Every time, because there are so many people who want to fit to my place. There are so many people who want to be in life that I am, and I appreciate to the God, the people who make it possible for me to be here. So I think every time, I always appreciate the time that I'm having here.
Okay. Scene one, take one, and